We're ready. Oh. Ah. Well, welcome. Am I plugged in?
You are a
Hello.
hot mess today.
Hello, I am a hot mess today. Good afternoon and welcome to Through the Static. This is Stephen the Medium, and we're really so excited to be here. I have a certain someone next to me. Who are you?
I'm the Puerto Rican, according to one of our Facebook Live people. The Puerto Rican, Cochilex is in the house.
Can you hear me? Why does it sound like
I can hear you.
it sounds a little bit strange? I don't know.
You sound perfect.
I do?
It
You
may
can
be-
hear me?
It may be your headphones. Because you're so discombobulated today. Are they even plugged
I
in?
started talking with the microphone was not even near me. I just started talking like the imaginary microphone was here. And of course, Mark, our wonderful producer, is in the house. So as long as everybody can hear us, how is everybody? I hope everyone is doing well on this beautiful day here in New England. So we're really sorry that we weren't here last week, but Elix and I had a pretty tough week. So we really haven't shared much of this, but probably about a month ago, 6 weeks ago, we found out that one of our dogs, Memphis, a.k.a. Monkey, that's what we really call him, Monkey, has a mass on his liver. And we have been waiting to get to a hospital, and it has been, for anyone who has animals, I'm sure you know this, it's just horrific trying to get an appointment. I was calling hospitals that were local. They were giving me, honestly, were giving me March of 2021 to get in, which clearly we can't wait that long. And the point getting into the hospital was to get a biopsy to see what kind of mass this is. Is it benign? Is it malignant? So we finally got a couple of appointments set up, and one was in October. We wanted to go to Tufts because we very much like Tufts. And last Monday, a week ago, this past Monday, around 9:30 or so.
Well, but before you share that, throughout for the past few weeks, we've also noticed that he was having some issues walking, or sometimes his legs were shaking, and we thought it was related to the tumor in his. Stephen is just.
No, I can't hear you. I can't hear you through here.
You cannot hear me?
No.
Is his microphone on?
Yeah, I hear you.
I mean, I can hear you.
Any better?
Now
Okay.
talk.
I can hear you.
No, I still can't hear you.
So I don't know.
I just hear static. I can't hear him unless I hear him through his.
Bad.
Yeah, I can't hear you. I thought this was
So
something odd.
so it may be a technical problem with your headphone, like the battery needs to be charged.
No, it's plugged in, Elix. Has nothing to do with that. Hello?
If you cannot hear, then you want to switch.
Try plugging into the other.
Yeah. Well, while Stephen gets set up, I'll continue with the story. So anyway, so over the past few weeks, Monkey Memphis has, been showing signs of not being stable on his feet or walking like he's drunk, and shaking his legs and so on. And then Monday night, again, we thought that it all was all related to the tumor in his.
Am I discombobulating
You
you?
are so discombobulated.
Yeah, and I'm still.
Yeah, we're having technical issues here. We even have.
I don't know. Now I can hear. It goes in and out. Now I can hear. Now I can hear myself. We're good.
Okay, so
David, thank you.
For
Thank
now,
you.
For now.
Thank you. No, I'm good. I'm good for now, right? I just moved around. It must be beautiful watching on camera now too, seeing how discombobulated I am. So, but we're good.
Well,
And
they get a visual now. The volume is really high now. It's not high for you?
no, it's on. I can hear. I think I can hear everybody good.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you, right. But because of the essence of time and because of my little mishap, just to put this in a nutshell. So Monday night, I don't know did you say that? Monday
Nope.
night, Monkey started shaking, and it was the worst. It was just the worst experience Elix and I have ever had. We've never had an animal that has had a seizure. We didn't know what was going on. He was screaming. He was shaking. It was horrible. And for animal lovers, especially if you've never experienced that. I mean, I know some people do, and it's probably just as bad. But this was horrible. So Elix was in slippers. We just jumped in the car. We brought him to the emergency room at Tufts, and they took him in. It was a seizure. And they said the next day they were going to do another ultrasound, because the ultrasound originally that told us that there was a mass was like 6 weeks ago, and they were going to also do an x-ray. So the next day we called, they did an x-ray. Thankfully, there was no signs of cancer in his lungs, so nothing that had spread. And they still don't really know which kind of tumor it is because we didn't do a biopsy, but they did an ultrasound, and they did realize that they can't operate. So whether it's benign, whether it's malignant, they can't take it out. They can't operate. And Elix and I had already decided that we would not put, just our preference, would not put our dog through chemo. That's just going to give him a couple of months and not have quality of life. We wouldn't do that. So Tuesday when we spoke to the doctor, she was these doctors there were amazing. And the doctor said, it would be perfectly appropriate, Stephen and Elix, if at this point, you want to come in and euthanize him, to put him down. And, I hear dead people talking, right? That's what I do. But Elix got such a different kind of gift with connection, because he connected with Monkey, and it's something I can't even do. And Elix just knew that we needed to give Monkey 24 more hours, because the whole point was Elix wanted to get him home, at least if he was not in pain and he was okay, so that he could see his brothers again,
be with us,
spend the night with us. But because his blood sugar was so low, that was an issue. So Elix said, I want to do another night and see what you can do to get the blood sugar up. So the next day, which was last Wednesday, the blood sugar did come up. It went from the 30s to the 50s. It still should be like in the 80s, I think, right?
Correct.
Or 90s, something like that.
80s, I think.
And so we took him home, and he is...
Well, they told us that his blood sugar was an issue, and to give him small bites of food throughout the day, which we did.
Throughout the night. And actually, if you remember, Elix, the doctor even said, the seizures are going to happen, and let's hope that you can get through the night without switch here now. All right. Oh, I was gone just a week, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
So anyway,
I'm good now. All right.
So get through the night.
And she said that if he does have a seizure, then obviously just put some syrup on his gums and bring him in, and knock on wood, spare it. I don't know. We're so appreciative of every single day. It's been a week today since we took him home, and he is eating.
He's eating.
He's acting.
He's behaving.
He's running.
He's gained strength. And frankly, he feels that because we're giving him small bites to eat, his blood sugar levels are back to normal, and he's actually acting normal. So we don't know whether that had anything to do with, was related to the tumor in his liver, whether it wasn't. All we know is that we've changed his feeding habit, and he's back. And whether we get him for another day, a week, a month, years, we are very grateful. And and
this is the second dog. We had little Ricky
time.
Who was paralyzed. That doctors told us, and we need doctors, we need vets, and there's amazing vets. But these clinicians did say that it's too far out. Ricky hasn't walked. The scar tissue is forming. He's going to end up like this.
Paralyzed.
And now he runs, and he's absolutely normal. And now we have, each day we're blessed with Memphis or Monkey, and it just really goes to show you that with your faith and just really believing in miracles, and that it doesn't have to go a certain way just because you're told. I mean, you got to use common sense, but all I know is that, thank God, if Elix didn't suggest, and I told Elix, I'll support because I'm a little frantic when it comes to stuff like that, and Elix is really,
Mark, just a little frantic.
Elix is way better at making decisions because I'm frantic and I'm crazy, and I just said to Elix, I support whatever you want to do, and he said let's give it another night, and I was like, I support that. And if Elix didn't do that, we would have put him down Tuesday afternoon or Tuesday morning.
Correct.
And we wouldn't have. And he's on his back. He's
happy.
Playing. And okay, so that's the update. And listen, I will just ask everybody for prayers for Monkey to keep him healthy so we can keep going with this. But we are appreciating every single day. So when I come back, 508-222-1320. I'm surprised I even got that number right. I'll start taking calls. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. As my mother would say, I didn't know if I was coming or going just a couple of minutes ago. I didn't even know what was going on, but it looks like we're all set. And look how fast Dave comes running out and just like the miracle man, he fixed it and we're good, right? We're all good. So Elix is just looking at me. Elix is yelling at me because he's telling me my headset, Elix and I bring in our own headset, that it has to be charged even if you're not using Bluetooth, even if it's plugged in. And did Steven know that? No. I just assumed, like, I'm not using Bluetooth. Why do I need to? All right. Well, this is a
Thank
doozy.
God you have a pretty face.
This is a
That's
doozy
all
of a
I'm gonna
Wednesday.
say. My goodness.
Let me go to the calls. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Hello?
Hello. Who is this?
Hi, Brenda.
Hey, Brenda. How are you, Brenda?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm good too. So let's see what's going on with Brenda. There's a lot going on with Brenda. There's
Yeah.
oh my God, a lot. I mean, I just tuned into your like sort of psyche, and there's a lot, boy. I just feel like I'm being pulled many different ways. But Brenda, I also just heard there's a birthday or an anniversary close.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brenda's like, yeah. What is? Is it a birthday? Is it an anniversary? What is it?
It's a birthday.
Is it yours or someone close to you?
No, someone close to me.
Okay, so however that is, and whoever it's connected to you, somebody in spirit just wants to give. Is this like a relationship kind of deal?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brenda, listen, all your secrets are coming out with spirit. They'll tell me everything. I'm just kidding. That's why they're bringing it up, is because they're referencing that person. But there's a very, very strong father energy stepping forward. So is this dad? Is this grandpa? Is your father still here?
No.
So he's crossed.
Yeah.
So know that this is your father who's talking about this. Is this relationship? Wow. Was it on and off? Are you going through something?
Yeah.
Okay. You know what the great thing, Brenda, is that your dad, your dad first and foremost just said to me that you don't get any better than my daughter. You just don't. And she should remember that. She should remember who she is, because a lot of times she forgets and sort of thinks things are her fault, or, she's not doing what she needs to do. I don't know if that makes sense, but this is what your dad's giving me to tell you. So he's giving you a really beautiful compliment. Where's the two? Do you have two kids? What's the two?
I have two sons. Yeah.
Okay. Is it just two kids, or you got more?
I have one more.
Okay. It's very interesting why sometimes they separate two boys versus the girl. I don't know. Are you one of two, like, kids?
No.
Because when I just asked your dad, it didn't feel like he felt like he was separating two kids, separating them. So are all three from the same biological parents?
Nope.
That's why. So just make sure you know that it's dad's all over you, Brenda, and just making sure. There was something with the lottery. Someone, or a scratch ticket. Do you ever remember somebody winning like I don't know if this is recent, Brenda, or this is when your dad was living, but he keeps making me feel like someone wins something off of a raffle or scratch tickets or a lottery.
Oh my God.
What?
He oh my God.
I love the oh my gods.
Well, my brother, I found. Oh my God. I found a lottery ticket that my brother had got him, and it's for it's a season ticket, and I don't know if he ever checked it. So I gave son to find out, but it goes back a couple years.
Wow.
So,
wow, Brenda. So
it's
it's a pretty amazing way to let you know that your dad's watching. Your father also just said to me, Brenda, just tell my daughter just to hang on. Just tell her to hang on. That things get better. And I don't know if you're coming off it feels like I'm on a bus, and like the bus is just going over this really bad road, and I'm just bouncing up and down, and I sort of can't get my bearings, and I just don't or when I feel like things are going better, then something else happens, and Hello?
Hi, I'm still here.
So it's not me. I thank you, Spirit.
Spirit is
See, it's not me.
definitely playing
It's
today.
not me. See, I swear, Brenda, it's not me. But
It's a good song. It's gonna take a lot of love.
oh, Brenda, I love you. But seriously, Brenda, it's just I don't know if that resonates with you, but it felt like your father saying, you know, like my daughter feels like this, like a dark cloud, like just following her, like, you know, just like things just not like, just give me a break. And your father saying you're gonna get a break. Just hang on and just hold on. And you know, it's very, very important, Brenda, that your father keeps saying to tell you to make sure you really focus and sort of tie in to who Brenda is, and not let that sort of like run wild and feel like I'm not good enough, I'm not cute enough, I'm not this, I'm not that, because it's none of that. And I don't know if that makes sense, but your father's just saying you've got to tell my daughter that. Because it's really, really important. There's also a very strong female, like a mother energy. So is mom here?
Yeah.
So it's got to be a grandmother then. It's either a grandmother or maybe a mother. Do you have a mother-in-law who's crossed?
No.
Okay, so then it's got to be definitely a grandmother. But it feels like, is your mother's mother crossed?
Yeah.
So no, it feels like in I don't know if she's talking about the month of June or the name June. I keep hearing either or Julie or June. There's something with the sounds like that. So there's got to be either something your grandmother's talking about with. It's hard for me to decipher if it's June or July or it's a name Julie. God bless you, Elix.
God bless you.
So maybe there's something in June that like a birthday or an anniversary. And
My birthday's in June.
oh, so that's why. Happy birthday! Another June babies between you and me, Brenda, are the best. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Because I'm a June baby too. But it's grandma and everybody else letting you know. I will just tell you this. I'm gonna leave you with this because it's really important, Brenda. I just saw your father, your grandmother, and just a lot of your loved ones in spirit and a lot of angels all making a circle around you and just wanting to remind you that 2021 is such a better year. So just make sure you keep that with you, okay?
Yeah, I hope so.
It is, Brenda. It just make sure you hold on to that. With the sadness or loss or whatever you're going through, it's just very important for your dad to let you know that, and he's always with you. And ask him and talk to him if you need some guidance. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, Brenda, thank you for calling and lots of love.
Thank you. You too. And I hope your dog is.
Oh, Brenda, listen. Just the fact that you just said that, it just means so much to me, and it means so much to Elix. And of course, because you just said that, someone else just stepped forward. Who's Ann or Anthony?
My father's Anthony, and my sister-in-law is Anna.
Wow. So know that your dad just took this moment. I love it. Your father just said to me, I want to make sure that my daughter knew it was me and my name, and I love the fact that she's so sweet to talk about my dog, and it gave him the opportunity to say, whoa, before she hangs up, tell her Ann or Anthony. So just know, Dad is all about you, Brenda.
Oh.
You got a lot of love, a real lot of love, and your father just said, and make sure you know you are never alone. And I'm not talking about the physical people. I'm just talking about sometimes we feel down, we feel a little depressed. Just make sure you know that your father's saying everybody is around you and you're never alone.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome, Brenda, and lots of love, okay?
Thank you, and hug your dog for me.
Oh, thank you, Brenda. Thank you. Have a great night, and we'll be right back. No, we won't be right back.
Hello? Well, due to a technical problem,
Okay.
we are going to just prod along and keep going.
Well, that works for me.
Yes.
I love. Well, this is
Works for the listeners.
this
too.
is a funky. Through
Yeah,
the static.
the,
Let me just tell you.
The
this is-
gremlins have overtaken us.
I think it's
something
the introduction of fall and everything that's going on.
Yeah,
well, let me
maybe
go to the
that's
next
it.
caller then.
Yeah,
That's-
let's do that. If I get it here. Come on. There we go.
Hi, this is Steven. Who's this? Hello? Hello? Am I on candid camera, Mark? Is that what this is?
Hello?
Hi. Hello. Please tell me, who's this?
Tammy?
Hi, Tammy. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Well, I'm good that I can hear people. This is the most funky show I think I've ever done. So you're here. So let me check in, Tammy, with what's going on with you.
Yeah, I just need to know.
So wait a minute, Tammy. All right. So there's two. Okay, I got to back up for a second. So there's a father figure that steps. So let me ask you something. Is your dad crossed?
Yeah.
Okay. So follow along with me. So your dad just stepped forward, but another gentleman just sort of bumped him. Like another gentleman just like went right in front of your dad. But he's just very interesting. He seems far away, but seems close. So clearly he's in spirit. But well, let me ask you something. Did you just have somebody that you know or connected to that crossed? A guy?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, he's here, and he just keeps like smiling and hugging you, and I don't know if he moved away, like away from you, and then came back, but I don't know. This is very odd for me, Tammy. He feels like he's away, but he's here, or maybe he goes away and he comes back and he's near you. I mean, does that make any sense?
Yeah. He was my ex-boyfriend, but we were together for years.
Oh my God. Okay. But why is he talking about he was away? He's away, but then he also says he's close. I don't understand.
Well, it could be one of two things. It could be because we weren't together, or it could be, sorry.
No, that's okay.
This just happened Saturday.
Oh, he crossed Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Tammy, I'm very sorry, but in a beautiful, great way. How wild is it that he made you get through, and that he's here and telling you that?
No, I needed him to come through.
Yeah, and that he's with you, and he just said to me, Tammy, and I don't know if this is going to make sense, but he just said, please tell Tammy to make sure nothing was left unsaid. That don't feel like, I should have reached out. I didn't know. I like, this was a surprise. I just found this out. He's saying, everything happened the way it was supposed to happen, and he's around you. He's with you. So did you find out through like a close friend? Why am I close to you? Like, was it a close friend that?
Well, he had what I would refer to as a surrogate daughter.
Okay.
That lived in Maine.
Okay.
And she actually Facebook messaged me Monday to make sure that I knew
Wow.
that he had passed away, and I didn't know anything.
Wow.
I didn't know he was sick. He had, I guess, right after Christmas, he was diagnosed with throat and tongue cancer.
Oh boy!
And it was horrible. And but the weirdest thing is that I'm in the hospital right now. I have been for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And he was in the hospital last week while I was here, right upstairs, right in the room above my head.
Oh my God! So Tammy, that's what he's saying. He's far away, but he's close. He was in the same hospital, a floor above you.
Yes, right in the room, right above me.
Oh my God, Tammy, that's why.
And I didn't know.
Oh boy, that's why he's talking about the closeness, even though you didn't even know he was there.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God, Tammy. So, as difficult as I'm sure this is, you gotta know for him, to make this happen and know that you needed this to happen. I keep hearing him. I love her. I love her. I love her. And
No.
I love her heart. I love, and he just said to me, please also tell Tammy that it happened the way it was supposed to happen. It couldn't happen that she would have seen me before I crossed, because it would have messed everything up for me. I would have held on. And I would have held on and not been, like a good appearance for anybody. So just know, Tammy, that he did this. The way it happened is the way it was supposed to happen. And I mean, imagine that he gets you to get through. This was just Saturday, and wow, Tammy, I'm blown away.
Yeah, I just, I don't know. I've been blown away since I found out. It's just been a shock. So.
Well, you know what? He just said to me, she's got another guardian angel. She has another guardian angel. So, and you know what, Tammy, let me ask you something, because he's in the hospital. You're still in the hospital now?
Yeah.
He's in the hospital. It looked like a hospital room. And why does he keep saying question marks? Like, were people like not listening to you or not getting the diagnosis? Because he said that's going to change now. That's all going to change. Yeah,
that's exactly what happened. I was because I moved back on the other side of the bridge,
right?
And I was seeing a doctor in Wareham who completely would not listen to me.
Wow.
And the medication wasn't working, and I have lymphedema, which you retain fluid.
Right.
And he wouldn't listen to me. It was getting worse and worse. And so I finally came back to Cape Cod Hospital, where they knew what they were doing.
Wow.
And so they've reversed everything.
And now you've got this, also this amazing cheerleader and support. That's
oh
with
my God,
you.
He's the best.
Yes, exactly, Tammy. But listen, make sure you know that you needed to hear from him, and he delivered.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, Tammy, listen, lots of love. And you have a great night.
Yeah, you too.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Hi, this is Stephen. Who's this?
Hi, Stephen. It's Denise. How are you?
Good, Denise. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Good. Denise, let's see what's going on. Denise, I know this is going to be sort of common, but as soon as I tuned in with you, there's a gentleman who is, we can see outside, we can see the street, and there's a gentleman with gray hair that is bringing things in from a truck. I don't know what he's doing. I think he's coming into the studio, and it makes me feel like they showed me that because a grandfather is stepping forward for you. And I mean, I know as we get older, we have gray hair, but was there somebody connected to you, Denise, that did like construction?
Yes.
But who was that?
My husband.
Oh, but your husband's crossed.
Yes.
Wow. So I love that your grandpa comes stepping forward and then just pulls your husband through to let you know that he's here, and giving you big hugs. He just said to me that my wife sometimes feels like it was a minute ago I crossed, and then sometimes it feels like it's been 20 years I crossed. And when I hear that, Denise, it's always because you've got him on your mind. He's and you connect with him, so he's always around, and not a big surprise. But he just said to me, he's around. Do you?
Yeah, there's signs all the time. Yeah, I can feel them.
Yeah, and just know that my God, does he love you, Denise? Because he just said to me, you're talking to the most precious woman you'll ever talk to. I'm like, you're not prejudiced, are you? And he started laughing. He was like, no, I'm not. But Denise, there's also a very, very strong mother energy. And so is this mom?
It's probably his mom.
So your mom is here?
Yes.
Okay. So then it's definitely a mom figure. So it's got to be his mom. So mother-in-law, letting you know she's stepping forward too. I don't know, Frank. Who's the Fred or Francis or Fran? It's very interesting the way your husband said Frank. It almost made me feel like a hot dog. So was it like hot dogs connected to something?
No, there is Franks, but they're still here. But there is a Fred that had passed.
Oh, okay. Well, but your husband just said, referenced Franks with the baseball game or baseball. So
Okay.
he must be validating something with going to. Are you from here? Are you from Mass?
Yes.
I don't know if he's talking about the Red Sox, but I can smell. This is kind of interesting. So he started off giving a reference to Frank and the Fred that's crossed, but then I also got a Frankfurt. Like there's something with a hot dog, and he's laughing because he keeps talking about like talks about a frozen. Are you a bad cook?
No. I don't think so.
Oh my God! You just made me snort, Denise. It's your husband. Blame him.
It's not me. It's him because he made your voice crack like the Brady Bunch a couple weeks ago.
Oh, I remember that. I certainly remember that. But he's talking about a bad cook, someone who doesn't know how to do it. Because he's showing me like something as simple as a hot dog, and the hot dog is still frozen. It's not cooked all the way. So I don't know what
he used to tell me they were still cold inside.
The hot dogs?
Yes, when I would cook them, I would fry them, and he'd say, they're still cold inside. They might look cooked, but they're still cold inside.
Oh, my God. I love him. I love that he's got smiles from like this grin, which is huge, and it's for you, Denise. And there's no question that, like what I talked to Tammy, there's no question because everyone tells me how difficult it is to get through here, that he made you get through again. Because usually if you've got through a couple of weeks ago, it's hard. But I know this is him. I know. And there's also Walter or William or who's the W?
That was my brother was Frederick William.
Wow. And your brother's crossed?
Yes, as a small child.
Wow. Oh my God! Wow. So, oh my God! So earlier with the Frederick and now the William, and wow. So know that your brother wanted to make sure before this call ended that he's with you, and is and he just said to me, like I actually said to Tammy, or maybe Brenda, I don't remember now, that your brother just said, I've been with my sister like ever since I crossed, like every single minute, every single day, and how much he loves you and loves. Sort of vicariously watching you in your life and what you have done, and your brother just said to me, and your husband of course is agreeing, that you are the most loving person. You just are so sensitive and so emotionally loving. It's just a beautiful, beautiful compliment, Denise.
Yeah, because I never met Freddie. He passed away the year that I was born, type thing.
Yeah, well, let me just tell you, he knows everything about you, and he's very funny because he said, and I swear your husband is egging him on. Your husband must have been an instigator because Freddie just said to me, so I've been there every step of the way. Should we start talking about some funny things that my sister did that she may not want people to hear? And your husband is laughing hysterically. So they're not doing that, but it's very funny. And I think it's all about your husband making sure he wants you to smile and laugh. That's what this is all about, Denise. But listen, thank you so much for calling again, and lots of love to you.
Okay, and he helped. That was my friend Brenda that just got through also. So what's the odds of that?
There's, you know what? That's why I brought it. Denise, that's why I brought it up. Absolutely him. Wow. Your
And that's why you're getting all messed up tonight. Sorry.
Your husband is too much. I love him. Listen, thank you so much, and have a great night. And
Thanks again.
Thank you, and we'll be right back. And welcome back to Through the Static. You know what? I meant to tell Denise this, and I think I blame her husband because he was just talking so much to me, that even as a medium, like today, Elix and I found something out that we've got to tackle. It's not a big deal, but, you know, we've got to tackle something. And with Denise, his brother, being Frederick William, it's just, I love the fact that people that I read come back to me and give me validations, because my grandpa is Frederick. My middle name is Frederick. I was named after my two grandfathers, and William was my dad. So having my dad, you know, step forward with, you know, using Denise, and having my grandpa Frederick step forward and just saying everything's good. It's you know, I wanted to thank Denise. And so Denise, hopefully you're listening, but it's so wild how it works both ways. And when I finished, you know, I knew the names, but Elix said, like, did you connect that? I'm like, my God, wow. So thank you, Denise. Thank you very much. So I'll go to the next caller. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Marissa and Matthew.
Wow, I get two?
You get me and my son, yes.
I love it. So Larissa and Matthew. So Larissa, last time, the caller before, Denise, she gave me a reading. So who's around me? Just kidding. All right, let me tune in.
It's Marissa, but that's okay.
Oh, the two M's, Marissa and Matthew. Okay,
Yes.
I got it. So Marissa and Matthew, let's check in. So okay, so as soon as I check in to Matthew, there's a grandfather. So I don't know if this is Marissa, your grandfather, or so. Let me start with this, Marissa. Is your dad still here?
No.
Wow. So Matthew's got a grandfather who's standing right next to him and has his hands on his shoulders, and is always in this. But there's also a grandmother. Matthew's very covered with spirit because there's also a grandmother that's with him too, and just so. I just keep hearing about. We're gonna.
That's my grandmother.
Well-
My mom at the moment is still around.
Right. So okay. So it's your dad
My great
as grandpa, and then it's Matthew's great grandmother stepping forward. It's a great thing that they're around. Marissa, someone's also, and they're very very proud. By the way, of Matthew. Someone is very good with numbers or works with numbers.
Matthew, he was just doing his math homework,
Oh my God, I love it.
right? Yeah.
Matthew, how cool is that? So you've got these grandparents that are like, when you're doing your math homework, all right, on each side of you, and they're just helping you. But Marissa, I also hear, I just keep hearing, please tell Marissa what an amazing mom she is. She's sort of like blown off all the ceilings as a mom, and your loved ones are so in awe of what you've done as a mom, Marissa. It's really a beautiful thing, but it's in. I don't know who it is yet, and maybe it's both of you, but I think it could be both of you. You guys are very connected to spirit. So meaning that you can get a lot of signs, because your father just said that he drops coins everywhere for you guys. Make sure if that doesn't resonate, watch for coins. Like you walk out of the kitchen, you come back in the kitchen, and there's a penny on the floor or the counter
Right.
that you swear wasn't there.
Could it be just coins? Could it be like a ladybug?
Well, ladybugs are always ways that a spirit gives signs. But your father is. A lot of them are very funny in spirit. They just said, "All right, Marissa, focus here. Let's stick with the coins, the coins." But yes, answering your question about the ladybugs, yes. But a lot of them give both of you a lot of coins. But you asked about ladybugs, but your father also just said like cardinals and birds. So just make sure you keep anything with wings. I mean, I know ladybugs fly, but there's anything with wings. Also, who's David or Dora? Who's the D connected here? Doreen or David or Don? I don't know if it's living or crossed, but there's a very strong D. In addition, for Matthew, where does the G or J name come in? Is it like Matthew John, Matthew James?
No, he doesn't have a middle name.
So okay, if he doesn't, who was named after somebody? Marissa, there's either a G or J name like George, John, Jim, connected, or somebody was named after somebody, boy or girl. So it's either one or the other that they're giving me as a symbol. So just make sure also you keep it with you. And your father keeps talking about the bike. I don't know if he's talking about Matthew's bike.
Yeah, we just took his bike out of the shed because he's too big now, so he can't ride the bike anymore. So we actually just put it to the curb because he's too big now, and he could be talking about he put little blocks on my little son's bike so that he could ride it because he was too little.
Wow. So Marissa, it's just, and Matthew, just look at it. It's just amazing how everybody in spirit are just telling you. There's also a young male too. A young male's here. So let me ask you, did your dad cross like 60 or younger?
He was 70. You can go, but if you want. He was 73.
No, so then there's another guy. There's a young guy stepping forward, but he's young.
Okay.
But do you know who this is?
with the J name.
No, just young. There's
Um,
there's someone in spirit. It's a boy or a young male that keeps saying he's always around you. Sometimes, Marissa, it could be if someone lost a baby, had a miscarriage, but there's a young boy or male that's very, very close to you because I can see him on the side of you and just always around you.
Well, you have my husband now that just walked in with us. So now you have 3 for the price of 1.
What is your husband's first name?
Alan.
Alan.
Say hi, Alan.
Marissa, or if Alan can hear me, who was named after somebody?
Alan, are you named after anybody? Alan. His cousin Alan, right? Yeah, he got a work phone call, so he walked out. So he's not even.
All right. Well, just make sure you keep it with you, and remember the young males. There's a young male near you, Marissa. But it's also very important to let you know that everybody in spirit, including your father, are watching you, watching kids, watching everything that's going on with you. And I don't know what the yellow is, what the color yellow is. There's something with yellow that your father keeps talking about. I don't know if it's a favorite color. Someone did
Matthew
something.
is holding something yellow at the moment.
What was that?
He's holding something yellow in his hand.
Who is?
Matthew.
Oh my God. What is it? What's yellow that he's holding?
It's like a little candy. Top of a candy.
I love it. I love that your dad and everybody else is just proving that they're watching you guys. But just make sure you know that they're there, and listen to this recording so that you can pick up the namesake, and because your father's saying yes, 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 and the G or J name. So Marissa, I'll leave you with that. Listen, lots of love, okay?
You named after Alan? Are you named after anybody? Yeah. Oh, he is named after somebody.
I'm not surprised, Alan. It's somebody that's giving that as a validation. So I got to move on, Marissa, but thank you so much for calling.
Okay, thank you.
All right, lots of love. Bye-bye. Hi, this is Steven. Who's this?
Sandra, how you doing?
I'm good. And what was your name?
Sandra.
Sandra.
Yes.
What a pretty name, Sandra. I always remember that. Sandra, that was the name of the character on 227. I'm just saying, it was a TV show.
Exactly.
And she was like one of my favorite characters, Sandra. The way she used to speak, and so if you've got her personality, Sandra, you're good. Very good.
Half and half.
All right, so let me see what's going on here. So, Sandra, as soon as I tune into you, there's a very, very strong mother like energy. So is it mom? Is it grandmother? Who is this? Is your mom here?
No, she passed.
So know that your
it's got to be my mother.
Oh, I mean, your mother's got some major energy. Like she's got, like she's sort of. Your mother's very interesting in spirit because your mother's controlling people, and your mother must have been like a socialite. Because I just said to your mother, "Who are you talking to?" And she's like, "Oh, people just come up to me." So she must have been very, very social here in the physical world. But there's also, Sandra, there's also a dad figure.
Yes, my father has passed also.
And what is the 8? The number 8? Were there 8 kids? Is there something in August? Or the 8th of a month? Your mother and father just keep talking about 8, 8, 8.
8. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
So if there weren't, I mean, that's a lot of kids. If there weren't 8 kids, then there's something in August, like a birthday or an anniversary. Your parents' anniversary wasn't in August or on the 8th?
I can't remember. I really can't remember.
Okay,
It's
that's what I'm kind of feeling. And 15. I don't know why your father just yelled out 15. Someone's age is 15, or a date.
Well, I have twin sons born on the 15th of February.
I love it. So those are your twins?
Yes, they're twins.
Mama and your dad are. I mean, Sandra, I cannot even tell you how excited they are that they're getting to talk to you, both of them, and just they have so much love. But I'll tell you something, you come from an incredible loving family, because
it's true.
I can feel it. I can feel like when your mother and father were here, and because your father just said everything to me was family. But Sandra, is there a brother? Did you lose a brother or brother-in-law?
I lost a brother. I lost two brothers, actually.
Wow, so know that these brothers are letting you know and stepping forward. I don't think they have a shot of getting to talk because your mother and father are like not stopping. They're so dominant with you, like they're so excited. There was also diabetes somewhere.
Yes, my mother had diabetes.
Yeah, so know it's a way that she's stepping forward and saying, you know, Dad and I are here, but I'm talking more. That's my baby. That's Sandra's my baby.
Yes.
She just, I just keep hearing that. That's my baby. That's my baby. Sandra, don't think for a second that your mother and father are not with you. Your mother just said, please, if there's one thing my daughter should remember is that this is not the end when we die. I have been with my daughter, Sandra, every second since I've crossed, and so has Daddy. We're with her every second and watching the family and the kids, and all I keep hearing is how much they love you, Sandra.
I love them so much.
Sandra, I'll tell you, your father just said to me that you're talking to someone who has the biggest heart in the world. Sometimes to a fault that she'll take care of others before she takes care of herself, and that's a beautiful testament. And I wish I could keep going, and I'm out of time, Sandra. So lots of love, and thank you for letting me do this.
Thank you so much.
All righty, you have a great night. So just like that, in a snap of a finger, we're done. It's over. But we'll be back next Wednesday. For people that follow me on Facebook, watch tonight. I'll give a yay or nay if I'm going to do a Facebook Live tomorrow night, because I haven't done one and I love doing them. But I want to do sort of like a very quick Facebook Live, meaning that not wait for validations, just keep going through people. So just tune in and I'll let you know if I'm doing that. But on behalf of Coach Elix. And where can people find you?
They can find me at Coach Elix on
that's your
social
brand.
media. That's my brand.
And Mark, as we love him, we couldn't do this out without him. And we'll all be back Friday at 1:00. Make sure you tune in 1:00 for Elix's show, Getting a Grip with Coach Elix, because it's going to be, as they all are, phenomenal.
That's right.
So listen, have a great week, and lots of love to everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.